30. Oh, yeah, it's just gone. Doesn't matter. Oh, and go live. Okay, it says we're live, and then it's just got. That's I can see in same screen. It's just all changed, and then your face is on the screen now.
Yep. Testing 1 2. So we're live with that, right?
Yeah, but I mean it's so it doesn't look like normal YouTube. It's got all of the information like stream settings, analytics, viewer activity, stream health.
Yeah, all that's good.
Okay.
Great. I'm just making sure so that having set up through there, the only thing we'll need to do, Michael, tomorrow is exactly what we just did right there. Does that make sense? So you just have it up on your end. That way I can interact as Crazy Crafter and not interact as Nat1 Videos. Because I could log in and run it all, but I wouldn't be able to... Like, all we have to do is sync up our... Like, stream, and when it goes live, you press go live, and that's all you'd have to do. And you'd have to end the stream, but that's not a big deal. I think that's doable.
So, when we're in the chat, or sorry, when we're in the stream, though, will you still have moderator capacity in the chat?
Yeah, I should, because I'm a moderator on your channel, and I'll have it up just because I'm not doing Nat1 video. Like, you'll be able to see it and interact with everyone as Nat1 Videos. I'll be able to see it as Crazy Crafter and interact with it. Yeah. So will Zane.
I'm just thinking from the perspective of it'd be great to have you there posting links as well.
Oh yeah, I'll be. That's what my plan is tomorrow, is to, like, you know, do exactly what I'm there, and I'm happy to lead, like, whatever you want me to lead. And I know you're making a joke about it early in the stream. You 100% could fly solo and do this thing tomorrow just fine. But
I think I will kind of try and lead a little bit. And
you should
kind of lead the direction of the conversation or whatever. But I mean, I honestly just feel that, like, you and Zane and Scotty should just jump in, and it should just be it should just be what we do. That's what I think. I mean, like, I won't be crafting, so I'll not get distracted by my build and then be super silent for like 10 minutes or anything. So
yeah, I'm not going to be crafting tomorrow. My whole purpose is to be there and, like, support everyone's work. That's what we kind of did last. Like, we have to, in order to be, like, on the ball and, like, get through everyone's builds and stuff. Like, it's a lot. Like, this.
Okay. So what might be cool though is so we need to have us on screen at the same time as being able to look at the work.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And you've got control of that, right?
I do.
So then I'll just have the list of builds in front of me, and then basically we'll keep it onto your build, and then whenever I'm, like, kind of ready to go, like, okay, let's move on, if you could just, I'll say the next person's name, and then if you could click it onto that person's photos.
Right. That's kind of what I want to do. And I want to frame it. I was looking at the one we did with John last month, and I was just like, oh, it looks pretty good. I'm going to try to make it look even better, but I kind of liked having all four of us up in the corners and, like, featuring the build in the middle. I thought looked great. It's just the framing of, like, I just want to get the web browser, like, thing out of there. Like, how can I make it? There's a couple different ways we can go about it. I can 100% make those, like, I can download everything. The nice thing is, if all the builds are in today, then I can download them and just have them as a, like, literally we go click.
They won't be.
I know, which is,
there's
like
14. There's 14 in there now.
Wow.
I'm going to try and get my photos done tonight before I go to bed, but it might be tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Let's think. And we may get entries partway through the stream.
We might, which is why I think it'll be fine. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a bit, like, leaving it, instead of trying to make a slideshow and make it look as pretty as
And
it possibly can be, we'll go with practicality. So
are we going to
that's
have the
easiest.
capability for call-ins?
Yeah, it's just the link. We share the link out in we can do that in the stream. I think it's easiest if we just share it, copy and paste it in the chat is probably the easiest, right? Can share it in the Discord so folks are like, oh, I clicked this link, but reminding them to just, you know, make sure they have video muted. So it doesn't jarble everything, and that's just easiest. But yeah, I'd love to have people call in. I think that's just a huge draw. I think that's really cool. I think people really like that accessibility to call in and chat with us, you know, and chat about, like, I like it just to hear about their builds. So
yeah, I think it's really cool. Anything else?
I don't think so. Being able to see their builds.
What's so weird about this is that, like, just doing a stream now is starting to feel so natural. I mean, obviously, I wouldn't feel natural to do on my own at all. But like, just with this group, like, it just feels like we're hanging out. Like, so.
It's what we're doing. It's what we're doing.
So it's got to the point where I'm not even aware we're streaming sometimes. We're just hanging out.
We are. That's all we're doing.
There was one other thing that I was wondering if we could do. Oh yeah. So I kind of want to get as much views and traffic on it as possible. Obviously live is great, but then to have it set up so that people come back and watch it. And then it gets ranked in YouTube a little bit with the algorithm or whatever. I don't know because I was going to suggest that if we were to do a thumbnail that had all of our faces in it.
Oh, sure.
Possibly. Where we're all like,
yeah,
like, or, you know, like some, like, you know, have a woodland shrine in the middle, or I don't know what would the right way would be to do that thumbnail. So like, I haven't tried myself, or it's just like, I know that like having a face in a thumbnail, it like increases the chances of traffic quite substantially.
Sure. For shizzle. Which is, I'm all for, like, whatever you need on that end. If you need my mug, it's easy to send you my mug.
I think it would be, unless we can pull a picture of Scotty's face off YouTube somewhere, doing some cool silly face, I think it would be hard to track him down now, because he usually doesn't answer straight away. He usually takes like 24 hours before he gets back to you.
We could chat with him tomorrow about it and see beforehand. It's like, could we send him something so post stream? Yeah. There's another list. I mean, you can unlist it, right, on your YouTube setting, and then just you can create a playlist for past live streams too. Like, I don't know how you're planning.
What about if we do that? What about doing a photograph the way we did with the tankards, or wearing a helmet or something silly like that?
I'm all for it. Right? It could be like, oh, ho, 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 monk, right? Like woodland shrine, like someone praying. It could be also, it could be silly, right? It could
that's a good idea. Maybe we're all wearing like dark hoods.
Yeah, I don't know. I was saying that, and I was like, oh shit! I'm like, what hood am I gonna use? I have to pull out one of my sweatshirts. Anyway, yeah. I think a good thumbnail for it after the fact is good. Like, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Still trying to figure out like a good, like, I like the dollar store DM, and I liked the thumbnails. Like, it's getting better, but I always feel like I agree. Like, anything that has that setup is just easier. I need to figure out a different way. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like setting up the playlist like how I have with all my streams is not the most conducive to keep like people, but also at the same time, I don't know, like, it's a live stream, and I'm okay if you just have a direct link to the old live streams, and everything should be accessible to you, because that's what I want to do. But It's been, I've only lost subscribers because I haven't been streaming. Like, I definitely have dropped about, like 10 or 15 these last couple weeks.
I've lost a few over the last week or two.
Yeah. That's going to happen. That's all right.
But still growing, like I'm.
Yeah. I just looked at I was like, oh, dang, you've got like almost 500 in the last month. That's really good.
Mm-hmm.
It's there. That's good.
With doing very little.
Very little. Yeah. That's not bad.
My dice tower build, which for ages